Today I did a body scan that measured my skeletal muscle, my body fat percentage, and did DNA testing. What's cool about this is that they were able to see the areas maybe I'm deficient in as far as supplements and vitamins and give me recommendations to help me feel better, have more energy, and live healthier. Stay tuned. I'm going to give you guys a behind the scenes look. On this channel, I'm empowering women to become their best selves as a whole. So I believe that healthy mind, healthy body, healthy spirit is so important to making us our best selves, to lead our families well and to lead ourselves well. And if that's something that interests you, don't forget to like and subscribe. When I first walked in, I was so excited to see my friend Tanya. We don't see each other very often, but when we do, we have to play a little bit of catch up. And it's like we pick up right after we left off. So first thing we wanted to do was to interview her. She is someone who I looked up to as a mentor. She's taught me so much over the years. So I really wanted to interview her so you guys can also hear her wisdom. She knows a wealth of information and I always learn something new from her.
Something with Tanya, first of all, she's about to turn 50 and I talk about her all the time. Like, she's in the best shape. She's someone I look up to and she's been consistent since what, 15? I mean, I knew you before Bella when she was at her wedding. We've been married 17 years, so a long time. But anytime she reaches out to me, when she's out here, as we live in different states and she flies here frequently, it's always like, hey, what are you doing? Let's go get a workout in. Let's go get a walk in. And so I think surrounding yourself, like if your goal is to be healthier and better, you have to become that person and you have to surround your people. You have to surround yourself with friends that are aligned with your goals. So it's not like, hey, do you want to go grab a mimosa, or a drink, which, I don't think she personally doesn't drink a lot, but there's nothing wrong with that. But I think you have to really lose the identity of who you were and become someone different and find those people if you're wanting to do something better in your life.
You can't work out a good, bad diet or alcohol. I've been a person who personally hasn't consumed a lot of alcohol throughout my life, mostly because I live here. And I always tell people I'd rather eat my calories than drink them. That's just me. And then also knowing, honestly, the impact of alcohol on the body, you can't even overcome that. I mean, you cannot compare even like eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich to, a margarita or whatever. The body's ability to metabolize alcohol is different than even metabolizing sugar, carbohydrates. And so knowing that, I think, is also motivation for knowing what it's doing to me.
The one question I get consistently from women is, how do you stay motivated?
We shared the same key term, which is consistency.
Yes.
But honestly, once you start to feel better, that's like the first thing, you'll start to notice if you clean up your diet or you start adding some supplements, do a little more exercise, get a little more sun. You should physically start to feel a change. And even though if you don't see a change on your body, mentally you should feel better, you have to hang on to how that feels.
Your body changing. And that's what motivates you. You're like, I feel good.
Well, I think people fall back on food as a comfort.
Oh, for sure.
And that's the thing. It's easier, definitely easier to go, pick up a bag of chips or do whatever when you're having an emotionally low moment than it is to get yourself to go outside. But it's remembering how many friends I've told, just go for a walk, you need fresh air, and how different that, it changed their day. But it's, it does take effort. Anything in life that's worth having takes effort. Not everything comes easy, but it's knowing that your mind has such power to get you to the next step. So I always think of it could be your career, it could be your fitness, it could be, a relationship with God, your husband, all of the things take effort. And I talk to my friends all the time. I'm like, life is hard because we're always trying to balance everything.
Right after the interview, we went and did the DNA testing. And this testing basically consists of a swab in the mouth. So just a couple minute swab on each side of the cheek. And then she went ahead and put that in a bag, and that was sent off to the lab to get my results back.
So you're going to swab the inside of your mouth, about 10 seconds each cheek.
Okay, do I have to just, like this? Okay, ready?
Uh-huh. And don't be too soft. Yep, side. Yep.
My protein bar is still in there. Will the lipstick mess up?
No.
Okay.
It'll be like a list of like 40 things. You need this, you need this.
It's going to come back that you committed a bunch of crimes.
Yeah. Basically.
One thing that is important to know is that you are only recorded by your file number, not by your name. And so while we enter your name, date of birth in our system, the only thing that LabCorp actually gets is this sample and a number.
After that, we walked over to the computer, we registered my account, set up my account, and she was able to kind of show me kind of an overview of what the test results are going to look like. And she did tell me that results take about 4 to 6 weeks to arrive.
And then as you scroll down, you'll see if you have the variant, it's darker, the color's darker, and it's outlined with a border. If you don't have the variant, it's faded out like a gray. Often people want to define like, well, what is variant? It seems like, and really it's just a different term for saying you might have a deficiency, your body's ability to absorb something. And so some of these items, if you say, for example, this customer is deficient in a couple of different B vitamins, but if they're already taking a B vitamin, they wouldn't have the side effects or, any of the feelings of being deficient in B vitamin. But again, we talked about it could identify if your body would respond better on a high-fat diet, which this particular customer, they would. It says that they have a choline deficiency. And what is choline? Choline can help your brain clarity, optimize muscle function. And so if you're deficient in choline, you might struggle in those areas. And so simply by supplementing, you might see an improvement in clarity of this.
What I found interesting is that there are certain body types. So for example, my husband and I could be totally different as far as like our diet concerns are. He could be maybe better on a high fat diet and less carb, or maybe my body type and my DNA would better perform with a higher carb, lower fat diet. That's what the test is good for. It will help diagnose the areas that we are deficient in. So after the DNA testing, we walked over to the body scan, and this is where you're actually step on a scale. I was able to get information on my body composition, my body fat percentage, my skeletal muscle, and also my body age, which I was actually excited to see. It was a couple years younger than I am.
It's already printed.
I don't know what any of this means.
No, everything is okay.
Oh, that's it. I'm done. Is that good? And my boobs do weigh like 3 pounds.
Wow. So your bio age is 37.
37. Like to be like 20.
Visceral fat is low. That's awesome. That's the fat that surrounds your organs. Hydration's really good. That helps.
It was super fun because me and my friend Tanya are competitive towards each other, but like a healthy friendship competitiveness. We're always trying to challenge and push each other to the next level. So of course she got on right after, and when she got her results back, we compared the two, and now we know the areas we need to improve it. Like, okay. So it was really fun to challenge each other and have a healthy competitiveness.
Are you getting in the game? Is that
I am. Why not? Right? So I feel like I've been left out. It's pretty low. I don't know how much lower you could get it.
Like 5%.
Wow. You see, try not to move or breathe because you think you'll be skinnier if you don't.
I thought my muscle would be higher. Bummed about that.
Yeah, breathe.
Oh, your visceral fat.
Get my muscle up. We're almost identical. Look at my muscles at 50, yours is at 49. All right, girl. Our goal is to increase our muscle then. Hydrated today.
Yeah.
Oh, my bio age, that's good.
Wow.
44 since I'm going to be 50.
Yours is, but that's better than me.
So after that, we wrapped it up. We spent a little bit longer time together, but really the whole process takes about 30 minutes if you want to get both the DNA testing and the body scan done. I had the best time spending time, especially with my friend, but finding out more about what's going on with my body, especially as I age. I want to know this stuff, and I always want to know the areas I can improve. So if you're interested in doing any of these testing, you can click the link below, fill out your information. They will send you a test directly to your home. You will get a prepaid envelope. You'll send it back to them, and then in a few weeks they'll send you your results, and you'll know where you need to improve the supplements that are right for your body. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe.